So age verification is spreading rapidly, and it might actually affect an entire continent, that being Europe. The European Parliament actually took a vote yesterday, and they actually want to make a minimum age of 16 to access social media, just like Australia. They had 483 votes in favor, 92 against, and their whole premise was that they're expressing deep concern over the physical and mental health risks minors face online and calling for stronger protection against the manipulative strategies that can increase addiction and that are detrimental to children's ability to concentrate and engage healthily with online content. So basically, they're doing the whole "it's for the kids" thing. Now, this is still a very new thing, and it's still just a proposal. It isn't an official law yet, but it could affect the entire European Union, which is 27 countries at the moment, and it actually could affect the entirety of Europe. So that would mean every single country that you see on screen would have age verification laws. There would not be people who would be under 16 that would be allowed to be accessing social media. And obviously that will be verified through the use of age verification. So Europe has already presented the idea of an age verification digital ID system where you wouldn't have to hand over a physical ID to do the age verification. And although that does sound better than handing over a physical ID, it is still going to be the government having your information. So it is not ideal at all. And like I said in other videos, man, if this type of stuff gets hacked, the amount of information that would be released would be absolutely ridiculous. And we are once again in a situation where the government is trying to play your mommy and daddy and trying to parent the kids out there instead of letting the parents do their jobs. And they even mentioned the whole EU age verification app and European digital identity wallet, and they are actually going to be using that to verify age across Europe. Keep in mind, Europe is where the whole Online Safety Act originated from, specifically in the UK. And it always starts off innocent enough with, oh, we don't think kids should be allowed to view adult videos. So they had age verification on those websites, but then it spreads to literally everything, and now it's spreading to social media as a whole for potentially an entire continent. Once again, I know most of you guys see my point and you guys understand the urgency of the situation, but for all the naysayers saying, oh, it's just going to be over there, it's not going to spread. Well, it started in the UK and now it's affecting the entirety of Europe. It's in America, it's in Australia, it's in all these different countries and continents. It is only a matter of time before it will reach where you live. The idea is the whole premise of, oh, you know, we're just going to go ahead and ban social media for people who are under 16 because we want to keep the kids safe and we want to make sure they don't see anything bad on the internet. When in reality, this is all to essentially promote and develop their whole EU age verification app. If everybody in the entirety of the EU has to use that app, well, then guess what? They have the information of the entire continent at their disposal in one freaking app. I mean, holy shit, man, the amount of power that they would have. And like I said, imagine how liable they are in terms of being hacked, man. The amount of information and money the hackers would be able to generate from selling all that information, they would be billionaires overnight. Some people are trying to fight in Europe and being like, listen, this is a huge violation of privacy. We need to make sure that we don't overstep our boundaries when it comes to age verification. But apparently, according to a lot of statistics, like from the 2025 Eurobarometer, more than 90% of Europeans believe that there is an urgent need to take action to protect children online. Yes, I would agree. You know, you should make sure the kids are safe online. But if you guys think that the way to do that is to force literally everybody to hand over an ID to use social media, you guys are crazy. This is pure information collection. This is pure violations of privacy. And once again, this is a point that I've made ad nauseum in all these age verification videos. But the fact that people don't want to talk about this, the fact that people don't really think that this is a big deal is what really irks me, because now it's potentially spreading to an entire continent. If this proposal goes through, and it seems like the EU Parliament is in favor of it, this could affect an entire continent. One of the 7 continents on planet Earth would have age verification mandated to use any type of social media. Do we understand? Are we able to wrap around our brains how ridiculous that could be? Like I said earlier, I don't know if it's just affecting the European Union or if it's affecting the entirety of Europe, but either way is bad. Let's say it was just the European Union. That's 27 countries that would be forced to use age verification to use social media. Think about how insane that is. We're talking about hundreds of millions of people. And if it is going to affect the entire European continent, we're talking about 745 million people roughly that would have to do age verification. And that's not even counting all the other countries in the world outside of Europe that already have age verification. That's not even counting Kenya, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Pakistan, the United States, and all these other countries and states that are going to have age verification. We're going to have over a billion, probably over 2 billion people worldwide affected by age verification within the next year or so. We already have over like 1 billion people affected when you count all these countries together. So once again, the fact that people don't think that this is that big of a deal or even important enough to talk about just really annoys me, because it's just like, how long are we going to wait until people start taking this seriously? Like, oh, actually, yeah, maybe we should start talking about age verification. Maybe we should start talking to our local legislators and trying to work our ways up to try to stop this, because privacy will be left on the internet if everyone globally has to provide age verification to do anything on the internet. I mean, some people are in the fight. Some people are making articles and videos and stuff saying why this is not okay and why it'll be bad. But like I said, it's not enough people because these laws just keep getting pushed more and more. As this article says, it's obvious. Age verification is not going to keep kids safe online. They're going to find loopholes and they're going to go ahead and try to use the internet anyways, and they're going to do it in more dangerous ways. The owners of the hub were talking about the fact that people aren't able to access the hub anymore without age verification. So they're going to more dangerous websites that don't require age verification, that don't have the same safety limits that the hub has established in terms of the content itself and the website safety too. And in terms of VPN usage with all this whole age verification thing, VPN usage is skyrocketing. People are just setting their locations with a VPN to other countries to get around age verification. And this is happening worldwide right now, to the point where governments are even proposing to go ahead and ban VPNs as well. They're going to try to ban VPNs, the things that keep people safe on the internet so you don't lose your location and your IP address to a website. Yeah, they're going to try to ban that across the countries as well. It's getting to the point where the laws are getting so strict that people are trying to bypass them, and it gets to the point where now they're going to be like, okay, cool, you guys want to try to bypass our laws with VPNs? Guess what? No more VPNs. I know I make these points ad nauseum in pretty much every single AI age verification video that I make, but it gets to the point where if we're not going to do anything about it, then I guess I'm just going to go down swinging. I really want to go down fighting. I mean, if no one else is going to talk about age verification and people aren't going to take this seriously, at least our community, we can go down swinging. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I really, really hope that people start taking age verification seriously and stop allowing our governments to just control everything that we do. Because at the end of the day, parents need to do their damn jobs. Trying to restrict what kids see on the internet so they don't see anything bad is a losing effort. You basically have to not let them use the internet or any type of technology for that to happen anyways. The internet is so vast, so the more you try to restrict it and the more you're like, you know what, you need to hand over this and that and this to use the internet, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse when, you know, as a parent, you can just monitor what your kids do. Literally just look up how to block certain websites for kids and you can find easy, simple ways to filter certain websites and make sure that they aren't able to be accessed in your household. But these parents out there, I guess they're just lazy and shit. They just want the government to go ahead and freaking raise their children for them. Hey, okay, I can't do my job as a parent, so go ahead, make all this age verification laws so you guys can parent our children for us. And you know what that's going to cost us? Oh, you know, just our entire privacy. That's it. Nothing too major. I mean, like they are literally willing to wager the entire privacy of everybody on the internet and force everybody to hand over IDs just because they have no ability to parent their kids properly. It really irks me to see this type of stuff happen. And like I said, man, the more people ignore this, the more people don't talk about this and see this as a big deal, the worse and worse it's going to get. I predict that by the end of 2026, maybe around the start of 2027, they are going to start proposing laws across the entire planet about age verification to the point where billions of people, probably in the 3 to 4 billion, if not more people, will have age verification anywhere. You know, the only continent that won't have age verification? Goddamn Antarctica. And then even there, they might start asking the fucking polar bears for age verification. Hey, buddy, you shouldn't be looking at those seals that way. Hey, let me see your ID. But yeah, I don't know, man. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. Age verification is just spreading more and more, and it might start affecting an entire continent. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. See ya.